The funeral service of SANDF soldier Rifleman Calvin Moagi. We do understand that they are at the cemetery now. Let's cross live to my colleague Pimani Baloyi, who's at that funeral service for us.
Griselda, as you can see, the culmination of the end of a mourning period for the Moagi family. You do see in the visuals over there the South African flag that was wrapped around his coffin being removed from that coffin. We understand that the coffin will be, this is a ceremony, the flag, this is a ceremonial flag that will be taken back to the SANDF, but there is another flag called the Storm flag. Shortly before you came to our visuals, Griselda, we saw that Storm flag being removed from on top of the coffin that carries the mortal remains of Rifleman Moagi being removed, and that Storm flag will be handed over to Rifleman Moagi's family as part of their memorabilia. And right now, as you can see, Rifleman Moagi's colleagues who carried his mortal remains to his grave are standing beside him. As we stated earlier, Griselda, this is a full military funeral. And when we get to this gravesite, the first thing that happened was this coffin being carried by his colleagues to this grave before it will be wheeled in. The second thing was the removal of that Storm flag, which will be handed over to his family, followed by the removal of the South African ceremonial flag, which has been done at this point in time. There is a hive of activity in and around where we are, Griselda. There's a lot of squads. We do know that Rifleman Moagi was stationed at Sai 2 Battalion in Zeerast, and we know that his colleagues are here. But there are various teams that are here, including the band, the brass band from the SANDF that you see in front of us. And there are other teams, some that will be carrying through the rifle salute, that will be part of the things that will be done as part of this full military funeral that has been afforded to Rifleman Moagi as per the decision, the option that the family has taken as part of this military funeral. We are now awaiting the start of that program, Griselda, where we expect chaplain from the SANDF, who's leading this funeral service, to take over and read out the program. From what we've seen in previous funeral services, Griselda, the band will be given an opportunity once in a while to entertain mourners, to comfort them. But as you can see, Griselda, on that other tent, that's the tent where the family, the loved ones of Rifleman Moagi are sitting. We do know that there's also dignitaries who are also sitting there. As you can see in front there, Griselda, is Rifleman Moagi's mother right over there. She's part of the people that this family. As we previously said earlier, Rifleman Moagi was her firstborn son. He has two younger siblings, and he lives behind his partner and his daughter. On the other tent, Griselda, you can see dignitaries that are part of this funeral service. Some who are representing the Premier of Limpopo. We know that MEC Makamu, who is the MEC of Cooperative Governance, is part of that dignitaries that are here. Flanked on his left, we see Councillor Puleshai, who's the executive mayor of the Mopani District Municipality, and Councillor Musolwa, who's the mayor of the Maruleng municipality, where this funeral service is happening at Ga-Sekororo. Griselda, as I stated earlier, we are at the Lorraine Cemetery, where the final send-off of Rifleman Moagi is scheduled to get underway. Previously, when we got here, we did see members of the South African National Defence Force removing that Storm flag from his coffin. in preparation for that coffin being wheeled down as his family and colleagues bid a final farewell to him. There is a hive of activity, Griselda, here at the cemetery, with a lot of people are waiting for the start of that funeral service. We will continue monitoring this funeral service, Griselda, as it gets underway. We are just waiting for the chaplain, who is the master of ceremonies here, to start that funeral service, where we will see all this hive of activities happening, which will culminate into that wheeling down of that coffin to the ground, and then a final salute by his colleagues and an opportunity for his loved ones to bid farewell to him in any other manner that they would want to.